Hi Libra. Today we're going to look at August 9th, 2025, and that's the full moon in Aquarius. We're going to look at Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising with specific messages for each. We'll look at numerology, astrology, and the tarot cards, and we'll end the reading with advice for your sign. And in the description box below, I have links to meditations for each of these tarot cards that I drew for you today. And if you feel seen today, subscribe and stay tuned for your next reading. Tell me what messages hit home for you today, and let's talk about it in the comments. I read all the comments, and I will reply to each and every one because I'm a Virgo and I can't help it. So, let's start with numerology, and the number for that day is 8, and it symbolizes power and accountability and wise decision making. So for Libra, this number urges you to reclaim your energetic authority and address imbalances, particularly where you've been overgiving or neglecting your needs. So you may feel ready to shift the scales in a relationship or a career or a financial situation where you've been carrying more than your share. Today is about standing in your self-worth and realigning your energy with what truly serves you. And in astrology, the full moon activates your 5th house of creativity and joy and romance and self-expression. It highlights how you give and receive love and whether you're honoring your creative spark. So we'll start with the sun, and the sun is in Leo, your 11th house. That's going to talk about community and hopes and long-term goals. So the sun illuminates your social life, goals, and vision for the future. You may feel pulled between your personal joy and your responsibilities to a larger group or cause. You might realize a community you belong to isn't feeding your soul anymore, or feel inspired to start a new project that reflects your passions more authentically. So here's the moon. So the moon is in Aquarius, your 5th house, and that's going to talk about play and romance and creative fire. So this moon brings clarity around what makes your heart light up. It's a good time to ask whether you've been sidelining your joy or romantic needs for practicality. You could rekindle a hobby or take a creative risk or reassess a romantic connection that's been emotionally imbalanced. Mercury. Mercury is in Virgo, your 12th house, and that's going to talk about inner voice and hidden thoughts. So Mercury helps you reflect and sort your thoughts in solitude. Deep private insights might come through dreams and journaling or quiet times. So you could uncover a limiting belief that's been blocking you, especially around money and love or self-expression. Here's Venus, and Venus is in Leo, your 11th house. That's going to talk about passion in friendship and dreams. So Venus amplifies love and beauty in your future vision. You're being magnetized toward relationships and goals that inspire and not deplete. So a romantic opportunity may blossom through a friend group, or you may receive creative inspiration from someone in your circle. Mars is in Gemini, your 9th house. That's going to talk about expansion, learning, and movement. So Mars drives you to expand your horizons, mentally, physically, or spiritually. You're hungry for meaning and motivated to break routines. So you could enroll in a course or plan a trip or get inspired by a new philosophy that shifts your priorities. So let's talk about the tarot cards. And the first one I pulled for you is Judgment. So Judgment talks about awakening and renewal and self-evaluation. So Judgment is a call to rise. This card invites you to reflect on your past with compassion, recognize your growth, and make choices that align with who you're becoming. You might find yourself reviewing an old relationship, a career path, or a belief system, realizing it no longer reflects who you are. Today is about release and rebirth. You're being asked to leave behind what you've outgrown. So here's your advice. Forgive yourself. Celebrate how far you've come. Then step forward into a new chapter with intention and self-trust. Here's the Two of Pentacles. Adorable. So the Two of Pentacles talks about balance and adaptability and energy management. So this card shows you juggling competing priorities. It's not just about time, it's about energy. And you're balancing obligations and emotions or roles that may be pulling you in different directions. So you might be trying to balance a job and a relationship, or feeling like your responsibilities are crowding out your personal needs. The dance is getting tiring. So here's your advice. Prioritize what truly matters. You don't have to carry it all. Sometimes choosing balance means setting something down. Here's the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles talks about isolation and scarcity and support unseen. So this card often signals emotional or financial scarcity. But more importantly, it highlights the belief that you're alone when you're not. Support exists. You just need to reach for it. So you may be silently struggling with money or health or confidence, believing you have to fix it all by yourself. But help is available if you're willing to ask. So here's your advice. Let yourself be supported. Vulnerability is not weakness. It's a doorway to healing. So let's look at how this day affects Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So Libra, Sun. Your sense of identity is evolving. You're feeling called to shed outdated versions of yourself and reclaim a deeper level of authenticity, especially around your work, relationships, and joy. So for example, you might feel ready to leave behind an image you've outgrown, such as a title or a role or expectation, and start expressing who you really are. Libra, Moon. Emotionally, you're being asked to reflect deeply and lovingly on your past. You may be feeling the weight of choices or regrets, but you're also on the edge of release and renewal. So you may spend time journaling or reflecting on how far you've come emotionally and realize it's time to forgive yourself or someone else and move forward. Libra, Rising. You're showing the world a more mature, grounded version of yourself. But beneath the surface, you're managing emotional or energetic overwhelm. So you might seem graceful and composed outwardly, while internally juggling two major choices, like whether to pursue a new path or stay where it feels safe. So here's a summary of what this day means to you, Libra. The full moon in Aquarius shines light on what brings joy and creative vitality, while your tarot cards speak to inner evolution, balance, and healing scarcity. So Judgment asks you to rise beyond the past and step into your future with clarity. The Two of Pentacles highlights the need to manage your energy with intention, and the Five of Pentacles reminds you that support is closer than you think. You're not alone. So here's the real life takeaway. Reflect on how far you've come and release what no longer fits. Don't try to carry everything. Reorganize your priorities to support your peace and seek support. Whether emotional, spiritual, or practical, help is available when you ask. Here's the advice for Libra on this day. This is a turning point, not a dead end. Let the old version of you rest. Rebalance what you carry. And remember, even when it feels lonely, you are supported by your growth, your inner wisdom, and the love waiting to meet you where you are. Thank you, Libra, and I hope to see you in another reading. A community you belong to isn't feeling Let's start again. You've been sideliming? Is that what? Stop. You might come on. You might. Okay. Here we go.